Hello Year 6, welcome to the RE transition lesson. This lesson is called Rainbows in Religion and you just have to click your way through when you're ready. Have you ever noticed that no matter how old you get, people always point out a rainbow in the sky? And no matter how old we are, we always turn to look at one. Well, you can probably think of some stories that you know which include rainbows, but perhaps you hadn't realised quite how many there were. I'm sure you all remember the story of Noah's Ark, and even if you didn't realise it had come from the Bible, I'm sure perhaps when you were smaller or in nursery, you had a book or a toy or sang a song about Noah's Ark. And you probably remember that the story finishes with a rainbow in the sky. And that rainbow was there to symbolise God's promise of hope and God's promise that he would never try to destroy the earth again. And we keep that memory with us as Christians. We remember that a rainbow in the sky is a symbol of God's love for us. And perhaps if you can't remember the story, you could watch the short animation at the bottom of the slide by clicking the picture. Did you know that Noah's Ark is not the only religious story with a rainbow? Now, this first one's cheating a little bit because Christians share a history with the Jewish people. So just like in Christianity, the rainbow symbolises hope and God's promise to us, and it comes from the same story. Just like Christians, the Jewish people have in their scripture the story of Noah's Ark. So perhaps because that's two religions sharing one idea, perhaps we could stop for a second and think, what are our hopes for the future? What do you want? Perhaps you could design a little poster or write down a list of the things you hope you'll be able to do in the next year. In other religions, the rainbow tradition is completely different. In Hinduism, the rainbow features twice. It's said to represent all the different energies of the human spirit, and the Hindu god Indra is said to use a rainbow to shoot arrows of lightning. Perhaps you could draw a picture of Indra shooting lightning bolt arrows from a rainbow bow. Even in the ancient world, rainbows had a special significance. I'm sure some of you are big fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and remember the Bifrost. In Norse mythology, the Bifrost was used as a rainbow bridge between Asgard and the world of man. And in Greek mythology, the goddess Iris, who was a messenger, was said to trail the rainbow colours from her cape across the sky. Did you know that even when it comes to the science of rainbows, religion still gets a look in? Two famous scientists were an Islamic scientist in the 13th century, Kamal al-Din Kamal, and a Benedictine monk in Germany called Dietrich of Freiburg. Both of these men ran experiments that helped them to uncover the scientific secrets of the rainbow. And Dietrich of Freiburg said that when he was trying to find out what caused rainbows, it was both a spiritual and a scientific quest. Science and religion often go hand in hand like this, and I've got a little challenge for you. Can you find out what famous discovery was made by the priest, Father George Le Maitre? I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about rainbows in religion.